Today I'm going to address the situation here in Australia. It turns out Australia is the most fluorinated water in the world. And what does that mean? Why is that important? Because without getting too spiritual, third eye, pineal gland talk, it's true, it actually does calcify the pineal gland. So what's the pineal gland? The pineal gland is a cherry-sized gland in the center of the brain that allows us to see spiritual images. But just to put it in a more simple way, anything that's calcifying is not good, okay? You don't want to calcify things. It's not something that we want to do naturally in the body. The best way I can explain this is we are like antennas, okay? New research, according to Greg Braden, says that diseases like Alzheimer's and things like this is a calcification of the antennas in the brain that pick up memory in the field. So when they're calcified, they're not picking anything up. They're not picking up memory. Now, if you can imagine, there's many small antennas in the body. Then there's a big one, which is the pineal gland, which is the main house for all the others. And our whole body is an antenna, fundamentally. Okay, so when we look at it like that, when you're calcifying the antenna that you are, you're just not picking up any information in the field. So it makes you docile, makes you dumbed down, and eventually leads to illness and disease in later life. If we look at like an iPhone, for example, if you have the first iPhone, or not even an iPhone, just say you have an old Nokia 3210, okay? Its antenna is designed to pick up certain frequencies. Now, if you use an iPhone 11 or whatever the latest iPhone is, it's a more refined antenna. It's picking up more in the field. It's faster. You with me? This is fundamentally what spiritual practice is. Spiritual practice is to purify our antenna, purify our Shen Qi Jing, so we become more refined, more aligned, more in tune, so that we can pick up bigger frequencies. So the Aussies are more fluoridated, okay? Now, if you mix that with also a good lifestyle, like one thing I've noticed with Australians, I've been here since 2007, is they're very in their comfort zone because, and I always look at the bigger picture here, I'm going to explain why I'm sharing this, because they live a good life, generally speaking. A lot of people are saying that they don't. If you include all Australians, they're starting to become a third world country, I've just heard, and things like that. And it is getting worse for people inland and what have you. But generally speaking, where I've lived on the coast, Aussies typically earn decent money, pay a lot of tax, pay way too much tax, but they typically earn all right money, earn good money. They live on the beach. It's a nice lifestyle, okay? And what that does is it keeps us in our comfort zone. So when someone like myself, who's been talking about specific things, maybe some conspiracies, they're just not interested. It's just not. It don't bother them, because as long as they can do a few days work a week to pay the rent, go for a surf, get a 6-pack of beer every night or a case of beer a week or whatever, eat good food on the barbie and just live it up, watch Netflix and football, life's good. Life's good. So what's happening right now is Aussies are being pushed. They are being pushed to see what people like myself and many others have been talking about for a while. It's in front of their face now, okay? It's in front of their face, and not only that, they're able to see it. And a lot of them are still in denial. A lot of them are still denying it and believing what's happening. Again, this is a part of the dumbed down, current affair, news watching, fluoridated population is just obey, okay, just obeying and just doing as they're told. But my point where I'm going with this is, the harder that they push the Aussie people, the more they see what's happening, the more they get pushed into a corner. And the Aussies have a strong spirit. I consider myself an Aussie, I really do. I love this place. I came here in 2007, I've never looked back. I call this place home. I still love Liverpool, still love everybody there. But Australia is definitely our home. My son was born here. And the Aussie people are strong, mate. And they've got a beautiful spirit. You look at whenever anything happens, when you look at, like, if there's ever any natural disasters, bushfires, you name it, the Aussies are there. They're there and they're strong. They come together. I went traveling for 2 years around Australia, never met a bad person. And so many people I met, and they said to me, Nick, it's the Aussie way, mate. You look after your mates. You know, someone's going in the shop. I mean, this is human nature. I think this is you know, same in England as well, but it's very much a mentality of you look after your mates. We're all in this together. You know, someone's going in the shops. Nick, what do you want from the shops? We do the same, obviously, but you know, it's nice. And what's going to happen is, because again, I'm always looking at the bigger picture rather than picking on little things that they're doing. On a bigger scale, standing back and looking at this, they are pushing Aussies into a corner, and the Aussie spirit is strong. More people are seeing what they're doing, and it's pushing them out of their comfort zone. They realise that even if you've got money and you've got a good life, this is on your doorstep, this is on our doorstep, and we have to come together. One thing that still baffles me is how easy people are controlled by the ego. If you are in a spiritual community, if you are in law enforcement, if you are in the military, if you are in anywhere and you are being told you are the chosen ones, right? And you're here to save the world, chances are it's being used against you, okay? Hear me very carefully. I spoke to my wife about this. My wife hit the nail on the head. She turned around and she said, because I said, I can't believe the police are doing what they're doing still. I can't believe that the police in Victoria are doing this to the people. And we have to touch the hearts of police officers because they won't have a job soon. I'm telling you, in a few, not even 10 years, within 5 years, I believe, police will be robots. I've said this many times. Police officers need to wake up to what's going on. But I said to my wife the other day, I can't believe how the police are acting in Victoria. And she hit the nail on the head. She turned around and she said, they're being told, you're on the front line, you're saving Australia from COVID, you're this, you need to help the people, you're doing the greater good. Anybody who's getting told that they need to do what they're doing for the greater good, because humans, their DNA, are good, compassionate people that want to help each other, okay? So this is why we easily get pulled on our strings. Global warming, we're destroying the planet. Everyone gets an uprise because no one wants to destroy the planet. We love the planet. The people who want to destroy the planet are the people who are coming up with global warming, the people who are actually destroying the planet, who are actually trying to kill the mother because they've got all their bases underground, and they want to depopulate the human species. They're the people who actually want to kill it, but they actually put it on us as if we're doing it, and we don't want to do that, so we stick up for it. And it's the same with this COVID. Stay at home and save a life. You're not saving lives, you are taking lives by doing that, because you're making yourself sicker wearing a mask. You stay in an enclosed environment, which is not good, breathing all types of chemicals, and there's no human connection. And human connection is what we need right now. So let them keep pushing the Aussies. I don't see this as a bad thing. I see this as a part of the evolution of consciousness. Many Aussies now are actually saying, what's going on? This doesn't, you know, we're doing the right thing. Loads of people in Victoria, my mates from Victoria, he said his friends started off by saying, yeah, let's flatten the curve, let's stay at home. And now they're going, something stinks. Something stinks. It all stinks. Okay? It all stinks. But again, it's not, unfortunately, I've been seeing this coming for a while, and Let it roll out. Let them keep pushing, because they're gonna wake a sleeping giant. It's the same all over the world. My love and my respect goes out to everyone in Berlin right now for what's happening this weekend. You guys are amazing. Keep going. You are leading the show for the rest of the world. Any police officers who think they're saving the day by tormenting innocent, loving, peaceful people all around the world, I call you as a human being, not as a police officer, to go in your heart and just feel, is this right? Because is this what you would want a police officer to do to your wife and kids and yourself? It's not right, guys. Move out of here, move into here. Let's unite. And I believe strongly that humanity is on its way towards a mass awakening. It's happening. I'm seeing it. I've been aware of this for 10 years and I'm seeing it happen. And I'm glad the Aussies are getting pushed out of their comfort zone, because they're strong, they're loving, they're kind, they're very selfless. And the more they push, the more we wake up. I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.